Welcome to Shaping Stories, a glass artist podcast. This is a podcast where I sit down and interview glass artists that I both know and admire. I ask them to tell their story. I ask them some of their hard life questions, like where their creativity comes, what they do when they lose it, and give us any advice to help us move forward. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate your support. And I really appreciate the people that take their precious time to come on and share themselves with us.
Added
Whenever
all
you're
introductions.
ready, if you want to introduce yourself, what is your name and where do you live?
Okay. Hi, I am Rebecca Silverman and I live in Metro Detroit, Michigan. And this is Adeline. She's my assistant.
Hmm. And did you grow up in that area or did you move there?
I did. I grew up in Farmington Hills, which is like 5 minutes from here. And I went to school at Michigan State, which is like an hour from here. And then
Mm.
I moved to Royal Oak, which is like 20 minutes from here. And then I moved back to be by my mom because I need lots of babysitting help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I didn't really get very far.
Yeah, just moved around everywhere in the
Yeah.
same region.
Yeah, and then I came back.
What did you enjoy doing when you were growing up? What did you do for fun as a kid?
I loved swimming. I
Mm.
always wanted to be in the pool. I think from a really young age, knew I was an artist. I wanted to be an artist, but I didn't know what kind of an artist. I was never good at drawing, and so I was always really, really frustrated. I wanted to just like draw. I don't know, other kids could draw really cool things, and my things didn't look that cool. But like inside, I was like needed to create.
Yeah.
It took
Oh,
me a
that's so
while
cool.
to find glass, which really is my whole thing. It's like all I think about. Um,
Did you find glass in college?
I did, yeah, by mistake.
Yeah.
I was getting a degree in elementary education and I fell into a job at a head shop right on
Mhm.
campus. They sold pipes. They offered me a job. I was trying to sell drawings. I was like, hey, will you sell my drawings on consignment? I was like 19,
Yeah.
just like going up and down the street trying to like be an artist.
Uh-huh.
And then I got a job instead that I wasn't looking for. And all of a sudden, I'm surrounded by these crazy heady pipes with like patterns and textures and colors and lines. And I'm like, oh my God, like, how is it possible a human made these things? And so eventually, like, the artists would come in to try to sell their glass, right? And I just talked my way into a shop. I was like, I can't buy your glass because I just work here, but here's my number. Let me work for you. I want to blow glass. I'll clean your toilets and you can teach me how to do something. And I did that for like a whole summer at a flame shop in Lansing, Michigan. And it was the beginning of my whole life.
And so you started with borosilicate.
Yeah, I did. I started on a torch at Global Glassworks in Lansing.
What kind of stuff were you making when you started?
I was only making pendants. It was just what I was capable of doing. I remember one day I spent 8 hours on the torch. It felt like 30 minutes, you know. My boyfriend at the time, he's my husband now. He thought I was dead because I just like disappeared and never came home. But yeah, it was like very, very immediate that was hooked on this crazy medium. And I got a sunburn. I came home, my face was crunchy and sunburnt. I had no idea.
Did you immediately change your major and drop your whole life, or did you just kind of continue doing glass on the side?
Okay, so it was already summer. Okay, so it was summer 2011. So I was already graduated college with my degree in education. And I was gearing up for an internship the following year. It's like a 5-year program. And I had to move home at the end of the summer. So I lost all my glass connections because they were, an hour and 20 minutes from where I was moving back to, and I wasn't going to commute. And so I just went and I did the teaching thing, and I was miserable. And eventually I found a furnace class. I found like an 8-week. hot glass intro class. And I was like, I didn't know how to find lamp working. I didn't know the difference really. I just found it and I took it. And yeah, I was calling local studios, talked my way into a job with zero experience. I had taken like one gather in my class and got myself a job the next day. Just said I could do it. Shout out to Glass Academy. Thank you.
So what year was this that you started getting into the furnace work?
I must have just taken that class in 2012. I think it might have been like September 2012 when I got that job. And I was there for about 3 years. And then got another job at a different studio for 6.5 years. And now I just do my own thing and I work freelance when I can, but mostly I just rent.
How were the studios that you were working for run? What kind of things were they doing? Production, like blow your owns, a little bit of everything?
Yeah, so Glass Academy did production, lots of production. They did workshops. When I was there, they didn't do any like recurring classes. It was just like one and dones. And same thing at Epiphany. That's where I went next. I did like 6 months in between the two spots of renting and working for other artists, like Mark Vandenberg and Louis Sanchez was over there, and Adam Thomas. They had a shop called the Juice Box for a handful of years at the Russell. So I did a lot of renting and assisting over there, like in between the two jobs, kept getting better. It's always good for me to get fired because it really like lights a fire and I just get better faster and like push myself. I get fired from glass jobs. I don't quit.
That's hilarious. What I'm so interested in the Russell Industrial Center because I went there
Yeah.
for gas
I was gonna
and
ask if you came to gas.
I didn't realize how massive that place is. What was it like working there? And okay, those bathrooms though, for real.
Yeah, well, it's definitely run by a slumlord, and it's not like he does anything to keep it
Yeah.
up. For a long time, for decades, it was filled with artists. Like the whole complex was filled. And then I don't know if it was like during COVID, maybe it was during COVID. They raised the rent, they doubled or tripled the rent and forced out like 90% of everybody who was renting there. And now there's like a huge dispensary and they wanted big money over there. Slumlord did. But, hot shops and like big equipment artists were not able to leave. It was not possible for them to leave. Like Michigan Hot Glass is still there. Axiom left after a while and moved. Juice Box is gone. It's a really awesome spot if you're not scared. I mean,
Right.
the Michigan Glass Project is there too, and that's a mostly flame working, but like when Juice Box was around, they used to have a furnace, which was always fun when I would go demo during the show. Hopefully they bring that back in 2026. I really hope they do.
You're in an area with so much
I
glass.
know, I was so fortunate. Yeah, Detroit has a lot of glass. Oh, and there's a spot in Wyandotte. I worked in Wyandotte for a couple years.
Mm.
They make really nice stuff. Allie McAhay, she runs Wyandotte. They got a Wazer cutter, a Wazer water
Oh,
jet cutter. Oh
yeah.
my God. If you don't follow them on Instagram, man, those Wazer cuts make everything so stinking cute. I can't even take it. Like,
Wow.
oh my God, just the cutest little things to like stick onto everything. You know
I'm
what
gonna
I
have to
mean?
creep that. Yeah.
Oh my God, a Wazer. If you want to drop some fun money on some fun toys.
Yeah. Get a
Oh
loan
man.
out.
Oh my God, I want that toy so bad.
What kind of stuff was inspiring you? So you're working for other people. Are you doing your own work and trying to sell your own work on the side, or are you just trying to make a living in glass at that point? Or a
Yeah,
little bit of both?
so at that point, I was just trying to be happy.
Hmm.
I was making $8 an hour, so there was no living happening. I was living with my mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I just, like I feel really, really grateful and fortunate that I had my mom and my husband, he was my boyfriend, and they were so supportive and really supported me while I was in crisis about not wanting to teach anymore. and how
Hmm.
I hated it. I was so miserable. And I had a good time in college. College was great. But then when it came to actually teaching in a classroom, I was like, oh no, I hate these children. Get me
Yeah.
here. They weren't
Yeah.
very well.
Our country doesn't set teachers up to be successful and happy, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, some people like love it. They love kids, they love helping create the future. My good friend who I did my internship with was like that. She's still a teacher and she like loves it and she like is so excited when one of her lesson plans hits and they get it and she's like, yes. And I was like, geez, I could give a shit about these kids. I just want to go home. And I was like, oh, well, maybe this isn't the right path for me. Okay. So
Yeah.
I taught for like 2 years and I was already blowing glass on the side, kind of low. I was still working in the head shop. So I was like living a double life, teaching elementary school and like working in a pipe shop in Birmingham, trying not to like let them know what I was doing,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And does your husband like glass?
He does. Maybe one day when he retires, we talk about maybe getting our own little garage setup, mobile unit. I think
Yeah.
about it, but I've worked in enough studios to know that renting is a really sweet deal.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine what it would be like to just show up and everything's there and running.
And hot.
I
Yeah.
know, I
And if
just,
it breaks, I say sorry and I
yeah,
leave.
you're like, well, that sucks. I'm gonna be a little
Bye.
grumpy. Bye.
See you next week.
Yeah. Yep. Um,
Definitely pros to being a renter.
when did you kind of start finding the body of work that you're doing now?
So it's funny. I actually know the answer because I was looking at old glass and it was from like 2016. I started messing around with color fades. Like I like to do like an ombre. I started messing around with those combinations in 2016. I didn't realize it was so long ago. I probably started messing around with the blue starry night pattern like back then also, maybe even earlier.
Wait, okay, so in 2016 you started really playing with the color.
I started furnace in 2012. So up until that point, I was just trying to get a handle on gather, shape, serve, like
Yeah.
bubble a bubble on center.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and then I feel like maybe like between year 3 and 5 of like, because I was working, I had a job, I was working 3 to 5 days a week. So it wasn't just like classes. It was like I was doing production, gather,
Yeah.
shape, serve 100 times a day, every day. So I got good quick, like quicker than you were just taking a class. Once I felt like, okay, I can make a cup, then I started to feel like, okay, I need to make a cup that's beautiful, right? Like not just functional. Colors was the way I did that. And I started ordering colors. I think I started with blue and I ordered probably like 14 shades of blue.
Hmm.
All the blues that I could and like all the reducing colors. Yeah, once I started buying color, my own color and not just scooping like shake off the marver and like
Yeah.
saving it for later or whatever. I totally used to do that. Like pick up
I,
a little chunk
I
off
don't
the
know who
floor.
hasn't. Yeah. Yeah, mixing it all together and like making
Yeah.
some magical mystery color that probably is going to be brown.
Yeah, brown.
Yeah.
I found some like broken chunks of blue bar once and it was like made my whole day. I think it was lapis and I like shoved it up the bottom and it like made like a cool,
Oh, yeah.
right? That was like in my first 8 weeks of blowing glass, probably.
And then did you start selling that work or were you just kind of doing production work for a living and then making work for play?
Yeah, so mostly that, mostly just doing production and getting better. I was doing a lot of wire wrapping. So I started wire wrapping in college too. Like I said, I've always been like artsy. I went through every craft you can imagine. So I wire wrapped for a long time actually, and I got good at it. And I was doing shows and I was selling jewelry, wire wrapped trees, whatever. And like gradually I started to bring a little bit of glass with me but it wouldn't sell. I'd have like it would just be one-offs, right? And
Yeah.
because how difficult is it to make things that are the same? Like I remember that was like the bane of my existence was like make something, make a set.
Yeah,
you know?
matching things. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was impossible until it wasn't.
Hmm.
One of my really good ceramic artist friends, she was the one that pushed me to make sets. She was like, people just want to see, they want to see how it looks in a set. How's it going to look in their house? She's like, they're not going to buy the set. They're going to break up your set. They're only going to buy one, but they want to see how it looks in a set. If you only have one, they're not going to buy that one. But if you have four, they're totally going to ruin your set and buy one. And I was like,
It's
fair.
true.
And it is true. She's
Yeah.
right. And
Yeah.
I busted my butt that year and I made two of everything. That was like the beginning of, I guess, my own production, not just doing whatever other people, right? Because, like, at the first job, I was only assisting. They never let me even make a round ornament. But I will tell you, I make the nicest ornament loops you've ever seen.
With your eyes closed,
My eyes
one
closed.
arm.
Thousands of loops,
Yeah.
and they're amazing every
Yeah.
time.
Oh my gosh, people don't appreciate those skills though. It
Right?
is.
It's harder to loop an ornament than make an ornament, okay?
Yeah. Um, and were you posting on social media during that time? Do you do pretty good with your social media? Do you make sales through that? Or do you find
I do. Yeah, so I don't make money like through Meta. I mean, like maybe change here and there, like
yeah,
one time I made like 15 or 20 bucks because like I literally had a video get 10 million views, and that's
yeah,
what it got me, like $8 or something stupid. But it
yeah.
also got me, 40,000 followers on Instagram, like
Hmm.
in a couple weeks, which was wild. And I do make sales on Instagram and Facebook, um, to like real people who found me and follow me and like don't live by me. So
Hmm.
that is pretty cool, especially around this time of year. People will reach out and they want custom and they want whatever they want. And I've got 10 show days actually between now and Christmas. So I'm going
Wow.
very hard this time of year.
Wow.
Yeah.
When you posted that video and you got all those followers, was it all a good thing or were there bad sides? Did you get like mean people too?
There's always a troll or two. I like to engage them.
Yeah,
I
you're
think
one
it's
of those.
I think it's funny. Um, yeah, so I think I've had like two that I felt strongly enough to post about and shout them out in
Hmm.
public, like, oh,
Yeah.
let's give you a
Yeah.
shout out.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
One of them, one of them was like, what was he criticizing? He was criticizing that I open cups down. I open down.
Oh, I opened down too, and people think
Okay.
that's weird.
He told me that I'm doing it wrong and you should only open up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Dude,
So
if
I
it's
made
fucking straight, then who
Right.
cares?
So I made this whole compilation video because it was before she was born and I had time on my hands. I went through all my videos and I found like every video of me opening a cup down and successfully like finishing a piece. And I like tagged him in it and I like I'm like, yeah, like I'm a failure, whatever. I don't know. It was really fun. I trolled him twice actually because he like came back with another comment and then I made like a whole other video. Ended up being like a really good thread and like it got me more followers. You know what I mean?
That
Like
brings me so much joy.
it was right. It brought me joy. Like people were messaging me. They were like, "Don't let this guy get to you." I was like, "Oh, like he's not getting to me. Like I'm having a great time just messing with him right now." He was like, "Why would you post a video of breaking a piece? Like, what do you just for attention?" Well, yeah, like social media is for attention. Like the only reason to post anything on social media is for attention.
And it's
I
funny
want
when
you
it
to look at
breaks.
I
Come
want you
on.
to look at me and buy
Yeah.
my glass. Like, yes, I need
Yeah.
attention.
Yeah. 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 Exactly.
And
Exactly.
so, yeah. So that was a silly one. And then
Wait,
one
is
guy
he a
got, I
good
don't know.
glass blower?
Oh my God. So of course then I was trolling him and I was
Yeah.
screenshotting pictures from his website and I was like, well, this is the trash you're making. Like I shouldn't.
Right. He's probably not even good. He probably works like a caveman.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say it, but I did say it. I was like, how can you criticize me if this is what your work looks like?
Hmm. Hmm.
most of the time people say something I don't even. But his comment was like, it wasn't just
Yeah.
like, oh, that sucks, you're ugly or whatever, you know?
Right. Yeah,
It
yeah,
was like,
yeah.
it was like, oh, you're not supposed to open down. You're doing it wrong. Like you should open up. I know what I'm talking about. Let me mansplain it to you. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. I mean, I think whatever works, but it makes so much more sense to go down with gravity than fight gravity. It's the
Right?
stupidest thing.
He was like, well, I was like, why? You know, why do you feel that way? And he's like, well, you'll pull it off the punny. I'm like, well, you got bigger problems if you're pulling it off the punny with your jacks. Like,
Right.
that's not like that doesn't happen to me.
Oh.
And if it does, I know that my punny was too cold.
Right. There's bigger problems, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I'm
It's
like, okay.
funny.
Yeah.
And then the glass community where you live, do you find that they're all really kind and welcoming and accepting, or is it,
Mostly, there's a
yeah,
really, really good community around here.
yeah,
Um, but it's like everywhere. There's always kids you don't like and
mm-hmm,
you don't get along with. And there's definitely, cliques and certain people who don't associate anymore and
yeah,
you know what I mean? But like we all come together when there's an event because we all do the same thing and we all want to be a part of it, you know?
mm-hmm,
And it's like a small community, like it's big. I like there's a lot of us, but it's also small and we all know each other. So even if we don't
yeah,
like each other, you know, I've found in my short glass blowing life, since 2011, 12, that working for a woman is way better.
mm-hmm, yeah,
I've worked for now like three women, and I'm a fan
mm-hmm.
more than working for not a woman.
What's the shop that you rent out of like now?
Oh my God, it's awesome. So I rent out of Rusty Bug Studio. It's in Hazel Park, Michigan. The owner is Robin Oakes, and she, I think, started blowing glass in like 2000 or something. This is her second studio. It's like a big place, but like kind of a small glass area. She's got a mobile unit and then like another furnace and another hole.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful that I can go there every week and hang out and rent. And yesterday I taught a ornament class over there for her.
Oh,
Helped her,
cool.
so like it's like harder now with the baby. I love to, work for her too if she needs me to. You know?
Mm-hmm. Can you talk about what it was like to become a parent and how your life shifted and maybe like the good and bad parts? Because I do think maybe if you only get to do glass 1 day a week, you probably come in ready.
Oh yeah, I'm ready. I got my colors ready. I got a
Yeah,
list. I got notes ready to
yeah,
go.
yeah. Like going real serious, don't talk to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I still mess around a little, but I mean, yeah, it's like this time of year, especially, like even if I was renting more, it would be no messing around.
Mm-hmm.
But I already have a list for January playtime that I'm looking
Mm.
forward to. But yeah, like tomorrow, I think tomorrow is going to be my last blow slot of the year.
Wow.
Yeah, because
It's already middle of December.
I know, but I have a show on the 11th, which is Thursday, so that's all day. And then the next show starts on Tuesday, the 16th, and it's 9 days long.
Holy crap.
Yeah, so it's a lot. It's a huge commitment, but also it's like, I mean, in the past, it's very good for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a regular. Like I come back, people expect to find me, and it's nine
Mm-hmm.
days up till the 24th. So like everybody who's like behind, all the last minute shoppers, like they come and
Right.
they don't even care. They just need something. And I'm like, let me help you. I got you.
Yeah. And do you like this customer service part of it? You're used to it from your
I
quick selling
really
days.
I like doing shows. I mean, like I used to do 12 shows a year or more. So now it's like my social. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't, like I'm in pajamas all day, every day. And then like once in a while I get to do my hair and go talk to people in the real world and make
Yeah.
some money,
Like this is my fancy glass.
Right. Cause like I sure just am a sweaty scrub in the hot shop, not trying it all.
Yeah. Yeah. And you are like always dreaming up new ideas, or are you kind of like just digging into the stuff that you know sells and makes money right now?
Right now I'm making what is selling. I have a wholesale account with Artful Home.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
and so that's been it's not like anything crazy, but it keeps me busy. It's been keeping me busy all year.
Mm.
Like a couple sales a week even,
Wow.
which is like great. I'm just
Hmm.
me, I'm little. Give me a reason to go to the hot shop. So
Right.
I've been consistently making stuff for them all year and then kind of like on the side making other stuff I know I'll sell at my shows. But the stuff that they sell, I also sell pretty well on my own.
Mm.
So, um,
Do you
like
take
my
any custom orders?
I do, yeah. Whenever I can, whenever I like the idea,
Yeah.
you know?
Yes. Right.
I actually just did two custom orders and I don't usually take them this close to the holidays, but they were like very decisive and they were just ornaments and they paid right away. And so I was like, okay, you're gonna be a good customer. You know exactly what you want. I can make you a couple ornaments, like it only take me 1 hour and you pay for my whole slot,
Right.
you know?
Totally. Totally.
So yes, I do enjoy custom work. I've gotten a lot of good ideas for like my own work from customers that I like
Mm.
continue to make their ideas. And
Yeah. Yeah. But then you probably have to turn away a good amount too.
I mean, I turn away if I don't think I can do it justice or if I don't like it, you know.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
most of the time, I want to do it, because it pushes me outside of my comfort zone. And if it's somebody who's willing to pay me what I feel like I'm worth to achieve their goal, like why not spend my time, like as long as you don't need it by Christmas. Like I already have some people lining up for January because I'm letting them know, like, yes, I will happy, but not for Christmas, like I can't do
Hmm.
it now, but like you can be first in line for January. Let's go. Get in
Hmm.
line.
That's
Um,
awesome.
I've got like I don't know if you've seen my oil lamps on
No, I
Instagram.
have to creep in a little bit more.
It's a ball. It's
Yeah.
an ornament with a flat bottom, no loop.
Yeah.
Think about the speed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I have to source the wick and the little thing, to go inside. But man, can I knock those out fast. And that was a custom order like 5, 6 years ago. And I started making them in my own color combos. And I sell so many of those at the holidays every year
Mm.
now. Not my idea. Seemed like a
Right.
good, you know what I mean? And it was just such an easy, fast idea. Like this one girl
Right.
came to me, she wanted balloon ornaments. I was like, oh, I could make a balloon.
Yeah.
And then I made a bunch more balloons and they're real cute. And
Yeah.
they're
That's wicked
fast,
cute.
right?
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
I love it when it's like fast and easy and I can do it by myself.
Yeah. Yeah. I was wondering that. Do you ever hire an assistant or are you pretty good at
Yes.
solo? Hmm.
Yes, I am. But I also do have a couple. Oh, my buddy Joey, he is pretty down to assist. He works full time at Wyandotte also, but he usually has Monday and Tuesday off, and I usually rent Tuesdays.
Mm.
So, and he's a great assistant and a great friend, and he's got the skills. So he usually comes through if I need to make things that I can't make alone. But also Robin, the studio owner, she's always down to help me out. So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
so I don't usually like use her for a whole slot, but like, if I sell a couple of snowmen on Artful Home, I'll be like, hey, can I have you for an hour for snowmen? And
Yeah.
she's,
Yeah.
so that's awesome. It's like the best situation, right?
So what's it like balancing mom life and trying to do all these fairs? Like, how are you gonna do 9 days? You gotta call in all the crew. You're gonna have a baby on your hip.
Oh my gosh. It's a lot. Like I said, I have a babysitter and I'm a lot of support and like for my shows, like I've got babysitters lined up and my husband, he works from home, so obviously he's busy, but like if shit hits the fan or whatever, he's here so he can help if
Hmm.
necessary. The first time it was harder. Like my son is 6, but also, I don't know, like we're so fortunate with support. Like my mom lives here, my husband's mom lives here, and so like when my son was born, they both stepped in and took one day. And then I ended up getting a babysitter for third day. So 2 months postpartum with my son, I was back to working 3 days a week for Epiphany. So
Mm,
not really for myself yet, but I just really needed to get back in there. I had some postpartum depression. I like needed glass more. Uh,
yeah.
this time it's been like a much easier transition. She's a really chill baby, but also
Mm-hmm.
I'm like better at it now, probably. And my mom's older this time, so she's not really able to lift the baby. So I
Mm,
don't have as much help for going back. I'm hoping to, if I can get a day or two a week to blow glass and like scratch that itch,
yeah.
and I'll put her in preschool, I figure, when she's 2. And like,
Yeah.
I'm so fortunate that I don't have to. It's okay for me to like stay home and take care of her right now. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm very fortunate, even if I do get those like glass blowing itchies.
Right. So much of what you can do from home too, just sell the glass, right?
I
Like
do, yeah, like
editing videos and posting
packing and
and
shipping.
talking and
Yeah, I have a
yeah.
whole setup in the basement with all
Mm,
my thingy. And
mm-hmm.
I have a torch set up in the garage too.
Well, I was wondering that if you do any flame working anymore.
It's been a long time, but so we just moved like 2 years ago, and this past summer I finally got my hood up in the garage and a bench built. So it's all there. I even have tanks, but I have not lit it up yet. It's
Yeah.
ready to go. It was set up in my old house since 2018, and then when we moved, it just kind of like sat in boxes for a while. We've been busy. Uh,
Yeah.
but it's like now, man, it's been ready for a couple months and I haven't even lit it up, and I'm just like, oh, but I think about it.
Do you have like any inspirations in Boro? Would you be working Boro or do you ever work any soft glass on the torch?
So I have worked, I've done like swizzle sticks,
Mm,
like
hmm.
just what could I do with all these old canes, right?
Yeah.
And I was just messing around with, so I haven't done a lot of soft glass on the torch, but I use the torch all the time in the hot shop. You know what
Hmm.
I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I like to try to get that crazy line work and detail that the flame workers can get. I like to try to do that in soft glass out of
Hmm.
the furnace. That's like I've always seen those colors and those lines, those sharp lines and patterns. And I'm like,
Yeah.
how can I bring that to the hot shop? That's what I need to do.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
that's
I
what I've
see
been
that
doing.
in your work. Actually, were you set up at the Michigan Glass Project?
Yeah, I do it
I saw, I
every
don't
year.
think I met you, but I think I saw your booth chilling.
You were there for gas. Yeah, I
Hmm.
was the only furnace girl. I was the only
Yeah,
furnace booth.
that's funny. Yeah, I was there. Yeah, I was kind of working for Sally Prosh. She did the big lathe demo
Cool.
in the Michigan Glass Project. So that was such a cool thing.
I love it. They didn't do it this year, which honestly worked out for me because I was like, all
Has
right.
has there like been a point where you've thought that you have you ever lost your glass inspiration? Or do you find that it just keeps like getting refueled? Has there been a moment where you're like, I can't do this anymore?
Um, oh yeah, by the end of both pregnancies,
Well, I was wondering if you worked through the pregnancies too.
I did. Yeah, so my first one, I was still working for Epiphany.
Hmm.
And I worked up until 8 months pregnant. And that was the plan. I like planned to work up to that point
Yeah.
and then like take my 3 months, like 1 month before and then 2 months after.
Hmm.
And that ended up working out really well. I remember like on my last day when I was like 8 months pregnant and being like, thank God that I don't have to come back. Cause I was just like, your feet hurt and I was heavy and it was
Hmm.
hot and like I was already slacking and like not bending over and making other people clean up stuff.
Yeah.
But so this one, she was 3 weeks early. And so I blew glass like, I don't know, 2, 3 days before she was born.
Wow.
And it was, I mean, I gained more weight this time too. So it was harder, man. My back hurt, my feet hurt. You're just
Hmm.
heavy, like 50 extra pounds on your feet, and you can't put it down.
Right, and you can't see your feet. Like that's the part I think the bending over, I can totally see that would
Yeah,
be so rough.
bending. Yeah, and I'd
Yeah.
like bump my belly on the pipe if
Oh
I
my
rolled
gosh.
it too
Yeah.
far. That was always a good one.
Yeah. Yeah. Drop something, you're like, that's never getting picked up
Yeah,
again.
no, you just leave it there.
Yeah.
Get a new one.
Yeah, literally. Literally. Do you, right now, are you just like full-time momming? Do you have any other things you do? Do you still do any wire wrapping or anything else?
So it's funny because like when my son was born, that was pretty much the last time I did any wire wrapping because it
Mm-hmm.
was like something had to give, right? And it wasn't going to be glass.
Yeah.
So, and then after she was born, I started working on a dollhouse that
Mm.
we inherited, right? And it was empty, just a shell, you know? And I wire wrapped a fancy chair for this dollhouse after I did the flooring and the wallpaper and the molding. I got my because I didn't blow glass this summer except for like once, I think, because I got like a custom order and it was worth it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I took the whole summer off. And I wasn't even mad about it because it was so hot, you know? And then
Yeah.
I found myself a babysitter and I started blowing regularly in September because I love crafting and creating and I don't know, like sometimes there's community events, a mom's group at a local synagogue and it was a mosaic night and a
Mm.
bunch of moms came for the evening and there was like snacks and wine and like a project to do.
Yeah.
That was so fun and you just like chat and make something. Like I love crafting little. I like especially when it's laid out for me and I don't have to plan the project, but you know what I
Right.
mean? Like you show up and they tell you what it's going to be and like all the stuff is laid out and you just like play. I
Yeah.
loved it. I want to have one of those like every week.
Yeah. You don't
Just
have
so
to
fun.
source all the supplies or anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a good. Yeah, so I guess that dollhouse has kind of been my outlet since glass has been so less this year.
That makes sense.
But yeah, now it's pretty much done and just waiting for her to get older.
Yeah. What do you do for self-care?
Sometimes I get massages,
Mm.
not really recently. I like long showers. I like taking baths in the winter.
Mm.
We have a nice soaker tub when the weather is bad and I don't want to leave my house. I can just go take a long bath. We renovated this house. And so the bathroom is just like everything I've always dreamed of.
Oh, I love that for you.
It's nice.
I
I'd
would
have to
never
read.
leave the house if I could build the house the way I wanted.
Yeah, it's pretty great. We spent like 10 years, watching HGTV and like talking about all the things we would do if we ever did it. And then finally we did it. And took us 8 months. And
Wow.
yeah, and we have a pool. So it's like once the pool closes, then I start hanging out in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Pretty
No wonder
cool.
you didn't blow glass in the summer if you can just hang out at home by the pool.
I know, right? Honestly, I would though. I always do. It's just because of her. She was born May 1st.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like my whole show season, like I knew I wasn't going to do any shows in the summer.
Yeah. And can you think of final words of wisdom?
In general, I guess my
Yeah.
words of wisdom would be find something you like to do and do it. Be good at it. Don't stay miserable.
Yeah.
Don't stay in something that makes you miserable. Quit my student teaching internship. That was like the biggest decision I ever made in my whole life. But now I'm happy. So,
It was all worth it.
yeah, if you can find your passion, you're lucky. I don't think most people find it in their life.
Hmm.
And I really found it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much.